Today we're going to talk about the structure of your file folders and your directories, Windows 7 libraries and how they're used, file paths and how you can use file paths to find a folder or a file, context menus, which are the right-click context menus, and some of the more popular commands used by users today, such as cut, copy, paste, select all, and move. All right, let's talk a little bit about the context menu when using files and folders. The context menu is simply a list of choices that you have to choose from when you highlight a folder or a file. So let me show you what I mean by that. So the first thing we need to do is find a file. So let's open up our documents and we'll pick example 1. All right, so in this particular example, I have created a folder called example 1, and I want to do something with this file. All right, so first you highlight the file by left-clicking on it, and then you right-click on the file, and this is the context menu. This is what opens up. And remember I said left-clicking highlights the file, right-clicking gives you the choices. So here are all of your choices. So let's say we want to open this with Adobe Acrobat. So we will click on with our left mouse button. By the way, once you have right-clicked to open the choices, you always use the left button to execute the choice or to select a choice. So in this case, we're going to left-click on Open with Acrobat 9, and now we've just opened up our file in Adobe Acrobat. So I'm going to close that out. All right, so again, we'll right-click to open the context menu. And if you want to print, if you have a printer set up, you left-click Print, and then your printer window opens up and you make your selection and print. This is an Adobe Acrobat related option that we don't need to go into. That's for an advanced session. Scanning and shredding has to do with the antivirus application that I have on my computer. I can scan this file or I can shred the file. This next one means that you can open this PDF file with one of these applications here. You can open it in Adobe Acrobat, which is the same as this, or you can open it with Internet Explorer. Now if you choose to pick a different application, that's what Choose Default Program does. It opens up a listing, and then you can browse to find a particular application executable that will open that program for you. So that's what open a default program means. So share with means you can share with no one. These are related to networking. If you have created a home network, then these options are available to you, and it just simply means that you can send it to another computer on the network, or you can send to specific people. And then here you type in the name or click an arrow to find somebody. Again, this is for sharing on a network. Again, this is antivirus. And here's an important one. Here's a list of things that you can do with this file when you can send it different places. Let's talk about the first one, compressed folder. What that is commonly referred to as a zipped file or a zip file. This is a number of files that can be placed together. For example, let me back up a minute. If we highlighted all of these and we wanted to put these into one file that's easily transportable to the internet or through an email as an attachment, instead of sending 4 files, you can just right-click and you can say send to a compressed folder or a zip file, and what it does is it combines all 4 of those files, it condenses them or compresses them using mathematical algorithms that creates one file that's much smaller. and then that file is easily sent across the internet. And then the person at the other end would open that up and extract those files into a folder, and then they could open each one individually and see them. So that's what compressed folder means. Or we could send it to the desktop, which means that if you clicked this, then this folder would end up on the desktop as a shortcut. In other words, an icon that represents this file would be placed on the desktop. And then whenever you double-clicked or clicked on that icon, then it would refer back to this file located in this folder, and it would open that file up for you. So that's what that means. So send to documents means that it will send this file to the documents folder right here. If you have a fax set up, it will send to a fax recipient, or you can send this to an email recipient in the form of an attachment. So when you click this, it opens up your email program, and then you would have it attached automatically as an attachment, and then you simply address it to your contact or who you want to send it to, and send your message, and send the message. There it is. And see, it's here as an attachment. So now you can just type a name, and I'll type my name here, and I can send it to myself, and boom, there we go. Let's cancel this and say we're going to send it anyway, and now it's gone. Alright, right click to open the context menu again, and then you can send this to Skype if you wanted to transmit it to someone that you're talking to via Skype. You can burn this to your DVD drive on your computer, or you can send it to the root directory of an external hard drive that you may have located on your computer. Alright, so that's the send to. These two here are going to be two of the most often used tools, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But you'll learn about cut and copy, paste, delete, move, and all of that in the next section. Creating a shortcut is the same as we talked about before, where you send it to the desktop. You can create a shortcut with it, and what it does is puts a shortcut, and I'll do this for you. We'll left click, and now this is now a shortcut. You see it says shortcut here. So once you create the shortcut, it just places a link to this file that you can put anywhere. So let's say I want to drag this to my desktop. So if I drag it to the desktop, there it is. Now that's just a link. It represents this file, but the file's not really here. It's just a link to this location in this folder, so that if you, instead of having to open this window, navigate through all the folders or go into libraries and find it and then come here to open it, you can simply just double click over here, and there it is, you see. But again, it was not the file, it was just a link to this actual file here. Alright, so let's go back. Let me delete that. So now we left click to highlight it again, right click to open the context menu, and that was create shortcut. If we want to delete this file, you can click delete, and it will prompt you with, are you sure you want to move this to the recycle bin? And you can say yes. And let's say yes, we send it to the recycle bin, but you know what, I changed my mind and I don't want to delete that file. So all I have to do is go back into the recycle bin, double click on it, and here's the recycle bin address or file path. So all I have to do is go in here, and it's going to open all these files that are in the recycle bin for me, and all I have to do is find that file that I just sent, and I can do a search for it, type in Zoom, and there it is. Alright, so there's the shortcut that I just deleted from there, and there's the actual file. So to get it back, you simply right click and say restore. You left click. What is this called? We right clicked on the file and it gave us our context menu. That's right. So now we left click to choose the option, and we're going to restore that. So what it does, it takes it out of the recycle bin and puts it back into your folder. So let's see if it's there, and there it is. Okay, so that's how to delete and restore. Alright, so rename allows you to rename your file by left clicking. It opens up the file name, as you can see. This is highlighted. I can change whatever I want, but I'm just going to leave this the way it is. And we click outside the box and it'll save it however it is. And then open file location means that if you want to open this file in a separate folder window like this, you would simply left click open file location and it creates another folder for you. And there it is. And the last one is Properties. Properties is a window of information. It provides information on the kind of file it is, the name of the file. If you want to select a different program to change to open this file, you can click Change and then it'll present you with a list of programs that are on your computer and you just select one. Here's the location or the file path right here. This tells you how large the file is, and then when it was created, when it was modified and accessed, and then it shows the attributes if it's hit read only or if it's a hidden file. And those are properties, and that's what a context menu does for you.